weather. All of it it pushes me, it drives me, it makes me want to push harder, longer, to be stronger, past my limits. I don't know why. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. I guess that's just how I'm built, I'm programmed, or how I program myself, I should say. But yeah, the heat has just been letting down. It's been going strong. It hasn't been letting up. Hopefully it'll start. Hopefully it'll cool down soon. I'm not asking for 70-degree weather. That's damn near an impossibility. But at least the low 90s or mid 80s, that'd be fine. Just something that's not too burdensome on the skin, because it does get tough, especially with this kind of heat. It's very dangerous to be exposed to that kind of high UV radiation and whatnot, because there's always the potential that it could cause skin cancer. So that's another reason why you should put on sunscreen when it's extreme sun. The sun is extreme, the UV rays are extreme. Just protect yourself and take care of yourself. Take care of your body, and so that you don't have to go through any of those ailments that might come. Hopefully not, but there's always a chance, especially when you put yourself in that risky type of environment. If you get it, you can't necessarily complain, because you knew what you were doing. You knew the risks and the consequences should one of those risks actually get to you. But yeah. So just saying, be safe if you're exercising outdoors, and if it's hot or very hot in your area, or the sun's very strong. I recommend wear sunscreen. Definitely, just protect yourself. Don't try to act all tough, or or be ignorant of the fact that it is important to take care of your skin, especially in sunlight, since it might cause skin cancer. So definitely protect yourself on that. Put on some sunscreen and make sure you stay hydrated. Very, very important. Stay hydrated. But yeah, the one thing that, besides exercise, that's actually been a bit difficult to do, and it's nothing big, but something that's been a bit hard to do is cooking, because I love cooking. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I probably have in one of the earlier podcasts, but I enjoy cooking. I work with all sorts of dishes and whatnot. I work with whatever ingredients are available, or I decide to buy. Whether it be meat of all sorts, chicken of all sorts, sometimes fish, vegetables. You name it. I'm not a specifically picky eater. I kind of just like practically almost everything. There are a few things that I don't go near, but I think it's like less than a handful. So literally less than your fingers. Probably like 3 or 4 things that I'm not too keen on. But other than that, I love everything. I especially love spicy food. And that's one of the things about cooking with spicy food. Not just the act of cooking on its own, but cooking with spicy food, or cooking to make spicy food. It's difficult, especially in this type of weather with the heat going around, because there I am in front of the stove, and it's like an open flame type of stove. Just better ones in my opinion. But I'm there getting my stuff ready. I've prepped my ingredients, cut, chop, dice, whatever I needed to do. And there I am, especially when I make spicy dishes, like, what's something I made recently? Like some like chicken breast, but like nice and nice and cut, cut into like kind of cube-ish sized pieces, just to get bite-sized type of pieces. And it was like 5 chicken breasts I was making for more than just me. It wasn't just for me. But anyway, so I had that, and I had some green bell peppers that I was gonna put in, onions, green onions, because I've been eating a lot of green onions because they're super, super good. I love onions. But yeah, so that's green bell peppers, onions, green onions, and all of this is, either sliced or chopped uh, fairly well. Not super fine, but kind of a little bit before you get to fine. Just kind of average chopped. And I added some serrano peppers, some nice sliced serrano peppers, nice and finely sliced. Um, Man, it hurt. It hurt looking over that dish because of all the spiciness from the serrano pepper and a bit of the acidity of the onions, and that cooked in with the heat of the fire, and then the heat of the outdoors. And by the way, I'm cooking inside, but it's still hot. I'm not one of those super rich people that has central air, AC all over the house. Just not fortunate enough for that. But it was hot. I was burning. My eyes were burning because of all the aroma of the onions and the pepper and the spicy peppers that were burning my eyes, and it sucked. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of sucked. Not the food, just going through the eye burning experience again. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. But in the end, I got to eat. I had a very well made and delicious lunch, and not only that, but there was a lot of it. I mean, you think 5 chicken breasts won't get you anywhere, but it will get you far, especially when you have vegetables. If you ever, here's a little tip that I've learned when cooking meals and whatnot. If you don't necessarily have a lot of, whether it be beef, whether it be ground beef or regular steaks and whatnot, or chicken, what you can do is, besides just the chicken, it kind of depends how you prepare it. If you're and this will mostly work if you prepare it in a specific way with these types of meats, like chopped. Like if you're kind of doing a meat substance and mixed in with vegetables together, then this would work best. Whether it's chopped up or like cubed pieces of chicken or strips of like small strips of chicken or beef, etc. If you're doing something like that, then this will definitely work. So what you do is you either get your beef or your chicken, slice it long way, or cube it, or however you want to cut it, or you could just leave it whole. But you put it in the pan, and then the way to expand on that and make it more fulfilling is just add vegetables. Trust me, you think it's not going to make a difference with just a couple of vegetables, because you don't even need a lot of vegetables. But you put in a couple of onion, like a bit of onion and some green bell peppers, and you could even put in tomatoes. I often like to put in tomatoes, but with tomatoes, put them in towards the last, maybe like 2-3 minutes, because you don't want super soggy tomatoes or burnt tomatoes. You don't want any of that. So the tomatoes, typically leave them towards the end, but don't forget. But yeah, adding vegetables just helps out a lot. You could add cabbage, you could add lettuce, spinach, whatever you fancy, carrots, whatever you want. There's no limit to what you can put, but just know that there are ways to fill up a dish without really using a bunch of solid meat or chicken, without using beef or chicken as much. But yeah, I know I went on a little bit of a tangent, but it was just a little bit of advice for all of you. Something that I just learned while practically almost my whole life of making food. I love cooking. Been doing this since I was a kid. I love watching Emeril Lagasse on the Food Network channel. I don't know if you all ever heard of that. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by any brands that I may name or any famous people. Just here talking about, talking about stuff that I used to watch or I liked or whatnot. Stuff in my life. But yeah, I love watching Emeril Lagasse, and his show Emeril Live. It was just there was a fun approach to cooking that I just enjoyed, and ever since I feel like ever since he came out with that show, after him, everybody tried to copy, with only a few cooks actually getting something good and original coming from it. I mean, I'll be honest, probably my two top favorite chefs that ever appeared on the Food Network channel to date are, of course, Emeril Lagasse, and the second one, Alton Brown. I love his show, Good Eats. If you get a chance, watch it. Alton Brown is so informative. Like, he's very informative, and you just get a cool little episode. It's very fun. It's fun. It's a different fun way of approaching cooking, and it's more of the logical perspective, and it's kind of precise with more exact measurements and whatnot. But hey, it's still good. Sorry if my voice sounds weird. My throat really hurts a lot. Don't know why. But yeah. So, that's just a little something I recommend. Besides the cooking tips, try to go watch Emeril Live. I don't think they have any episodes online. I tried looking for them, but definitely go watch Good Eats. That should be available on YouTube. There should be quite a lot of episodes on YouTube. Good Eats by Alton Brown. But yeah, and I don't know about you all, but as I've told you, I am a very big connoisseur of spicy food. I love spicy food. And here is something that I'm gonna tell you right now, something that I haven't said in a while. Here's your challenge question for all you loyal Louians out